Hey everyone, this is Tom Desmond of Apricot Law with a detailed analysis of your top local competitor. Being ranked in the top 3 for car accident lawyer in your city is a very good way to get a lot of car accident cases. So in this video, you'll watch me pick apart every little detail of that top ranking site in your city so you can see exactly how they got there. SEO, link metrics, and some conversion factors too. More importantly, you'll see how we would outrank them so you can get those calls and cases. Now, I know that's a bold statement, so at the end of the video, I added a proof segment, which will allow you to see some of our clients that are ranking for car accident lawyer in some major cities. Before we jump into this analysis, you need to understand the two main components of organic ranking, and those are relevance and authority. So this is very important. Please spend the next 3 minutes with me to review this so you can get the most out of the analysis. Here we go. Relevance. Relevance is everything that we do on your site. The term relevance in SEO describes the extent to which the content of a website's page matches the search term used. There's 7 elements that Google uses to determine relevance, and we'll look at all of those in the video. Most phrases that you want to rank for will require a dedicated landing page, but that being said, a properly built landing page will rank for different permutations of that phrase and its synonyms. Authority. Authority ratings like PA, page authority, and DA, domain authority, refer to website strength, and that's rated from 1 to 100. 100 is the strongest. Strength comes from backlinks, and a backlink is a link on another website that points to your website. We think of backlinks like nutrition. It's your website's nutrition. So like diet, good backlinks make your website healthy and strong, and bad backlinks make your website sick and weak, and in some cases penalized. To go a little deeper with links, I added this. This is link qualities. Links have to be diverse, meaning they have to come from many different kinds of websites. Web 2.0, directories, press release, article syndications, guest posts, social media, and PBN, that's private blog networks, which are the strongest. Those links have to be relevant. So relevance is important, and we estimate that about 85% of your links should come from law-related sites to increase that TF score. That's trust flow. Links have to be authoritative and focused. So just like what we're trying to do to your website, which is increase its authority, those links have to come from authoritative websites. That's what it ultimately increases your authority. And they have to be focused. So you don't want those pages linking to you to have tons of outbound links, because that dilutes the nutrition coming from those authority websites. Anchor text ratio is very important. Anchor text is the text that the link is built on, and to avoid over optimization penalties, which is the penguin penalty, exact match anchors must be 4% or below, which means if you have 100 links pointing to your site, you want only 4 of them to be that exact match. The link itself, Miami car accident lawyer, for example, should only be 4 out of those 100 links if you want to rank for that phrase. Then velocity. Velocity is the rate that other sites are linking to you. So you can't have 5 referring domains one week and then the next week 200 referring domains, because that's just unnatural. So link velocity is very important. In summary, websites with sharp on-page elements and solid backlinking profiles rank in the top 3 for anything they want and get the most traffic. And hands down, no exceptions to that rule. This is the good news. 94% of the websites that we see in the legal industry can be easily knocked off the first page, outranked for any phrase in 4 months or less. So let's take a close look at your competition, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we are. Here's the phrase, Phoenix, Arizona car accident lawyer. And here are the top firms. We'll take a look at these 2 right above the FindLaw directory. We'll also talk about some of these numbers that I explained in the education segment. This is a PA and DA, so that'll make sense. But I also want you to take a look at Scottsdale and this map. Scottsdale, Arizona car accident lawyer. And look how wide open that is, right? Here's this directories here. Here's another directory. This thing ranks for a lot of this website ranks for a lot of the locations in Arizona for anything with lawyer in it. In this website here with a PA of 1. So there's a lot of opportunity, not only in ranking for Phoenix, which can be pretty competitive, but also check this out. Get this out of the way and pull back here. There's so many locations all around Phoenix that are not that competitive when you attach car accident lawyer to them, like New River car accident lawyer, Carefree car accident lawyer. So there's a lot of opportunity in addition to ranking for Phoenix car accident lawyer. So I just want to point that out quickly. But let's take a look at this site. It has a lot of links and it's interesting. It's in the number 2 spot. And let's look at the onsite. Start with onsite. So here's that phrase that we searched, and you can see this is the page it pulls up. It pulls up their actual Phoenix car accident lawyer site page. And I use this tool to analyze onsite, make it easy for you. I know it's a little tiny, but this is their URL. So that's their domain name right here, and then the page, car accidents. Now this is kind of under optimized because it doesn't say Phoenix car accident lawyer in it, but it does say car accidents and law is in the domain. Here's the page title, Phoenix car accident lawyer. So that's perfect. And then they put top rated auto accident attorneys to get auto and attorneys in there as well, the synonyms. Here's their meta description. Meta description is not going to help you rank like it used to, but it's good to, if you're going to add a meta description, definitely get the keywords in there because it'll makes it bold. I'll show you what it actually does. Here, when you add meta description to your SEO plugin, Google pulls it right here. So this is your meta description from your website. And you can let Google grab its own little description from your site, which is actually best practices, or you can tell Google what to put there. Either way, it's not going to change your ranking, but it could help with click-through if you're clever in writing those. And let's check out. So we looked at the page title, URL, meta description, the keywords. This does nothing for ranking anymore. Here's the H1 tag is absolutely perfect. Phoenix car accident attorney, and here's their H2, which they don't have that many H2 tags. Help after car crash, that's a good thing. Google will recognize that. And then this as well, Phoenix car accident case results. And the rest of this stuff is irrelevant. Let's go down the page and check it out. So there again, so this is their H1. That's what the tool pulls. Here's an H2. It's like a little headline. Sorry. And here's a video, and this is relevant because I can tell this is on Google, and this is the title, so that's good, and they embedded that on the page. That's smart. Here's a link going to frequently asked questions about car accidents, which is a good link. Google follows that. Ultimately, Google's looking for websites that provide lots of relevant information and links coming into the page and out of the page that are all relevant. So this is a great link to have there. And it's of the keyword, so that's helpful. Here is to their client testimonials. They have some bullet points here, which are good. Google likes bullet points, but these all should be linking to internal pages. So hazardous road conditions, that's great information. So it should be a page. You can have a page about hazardous road conditions and how it can cause accidents, and how that can help your case, right? A potential victim's case. So that Google, if this was a page, a link to an internal page, Google would say, oh, look at this website. It's providing great information You get points for that. Same thing with fatigue driving or distracted driving, defective auto products. So all of these things should be linked into pages. They have, again, the exact phrase linking to their homepage, which is that they shouldn't do that, but that's okay. Here's I can see where this is going because when I hover over it, it pulls it up down here. It tells me the URL. So it's going right to their personal injury page, which is fine. But you don't really want to send link juice from your car accident page to your personal injury page. There's a lot of different schools of thought there, but it's unnecessary. It doesn't help this page be relevant. And then medical expenses, income, pain, suffering, that kind of stuff is fine. But again, could be bullet points that are actually going to internal pages that would help with relevance. And then some settlements. That's cool. And now let's check out this sidebar, right? So we mentioned earlier about custom sidebars, and that's what this is really about. And and looking at this quickly, I can say they did a good job. Again, Google's trying to find websites that are providing lots of relevant information, because that's ultimately their job, to answer questions, to give people something to grab onto, good information. And they're going to promote websites that do that. And this website is doing that. Now look how they did this. Like I said before, that these bullet points should be linking into relevant pages. They chose to do it in their sidebar. So this is car accident review, auto accident FAQs, bad faith insurance, highway accidents. These are all car accident related issues. Vehicle rollover, FedEx accident. That's very interesting. And then here's some car accident causes. So you can have several sections in your car accident page that point to relevant sections of other sections of your site. Like there's causes, there's typical injuries, there's types of accidents. So they did a great job of providing relevant information. Now, I just want to check one other thing, see if they set up their, and they did. So check this out. I want to see if they set up their URLs properly. This is their car accident page that ranks in Google. And that's the best way to do that. You want to rank your internal page. You don't want to rank your home page for everything. You want to send that reader right to the page that they're looking for right away, so they don't have to search around. And they did that by adding lots of relevant pages onto their website and putting them in the car accident folder. Now, I see a lot of websites that don't do that. They might have a lot of relevant content, but they put it all right on the domain. So they would put this Phoenix Highway Accident Attorney right on the domain. So it's strengthening their domain, but it's not strengthening their car accident page. The car accident page is kind of sitting there all by itself, almost like you came into your office and you threw all your content out of out of all your folders and onto your desktop. You'd be like, oh my God, how do I make sense out of this? Google has the same problem. So when you put a lot of car accident pages on your site, put them all in your car accident folder. And that strengthens this folder, which ultimately strengthens your car accident page. Very good job. Now, so that's pretty much on page in a nutshell. It is not rocket science. I'm surprised how many times I see people screw that up. So here now, once you have your on-page stuff set up properly, the next goal is to increase the strength of that page with links. Like I described earlier, links are your website's nutrition. Now, this is very, very interesting because there's only one root domain linking to this car accident page. So that means this page is ranked, I think it's number 2. I've seen it number 1 before, solely on the fact that it has a ton of relevant information in the sidebars. So it's very relevant, but it's not very authoritative. In fact, you can see the page authority here. If you can see, there's only an 18 out of 100. And this is not, Phoenix, Arizona is fairly competitive. We have clients in major cities like New York City and California and Miami. And to rank them for car accidents, we had to crank up the page authority to like 40. So this page is ranking for car accidents in Phoenix without a lot of links. So it's very interesting. And let me point it out again. So there's 349 total links going to this page, but it's only from one root domain. That one root domain is the website itself, right? Let's take a look. Here it is. That's the linking domain. There's only one, and it's the actual website. So there's no there's no inbound links coming from other websites. That's why that page authority is so low. So how do we beat this site? Well, it's pretty easy to mimic what they're doing online on their website. It's basically writing content and publishing it and putting it in the right folders and doing the correct on-site SEO. It's very, very simple. The next step is to outrank them with links, which is also very easy because they don't have any. There's nothing. Let's take a look at their homepage and see what kind of links are happening there. Okay, so there's good authority coming from the homepage. So all of their nutrition going to that internal page is coming from their own website, which is a page authority of 38. And there's 36 different, when I say 36 root domains, that means there's 36 different websites linking to them for a total of 1,855 links. So let's take a look at those links. Here they are. Here's the actual nutrition that website is getting. We can see everything the website's eating. We can see all the numbers. And you're just like you're only as good as what you eat. Same thing with a website. The links are only as good as the pages they're coming from, minus the other people who are also sharing that nutrition. Now, so their best link is coming from a PA59, which has a very low spam score, which is good. It's $1 Million Advocates, which I'm sure you know. However, this page is a giant link farm. Look at, I'm not even a tenth of the way down the page, and there's already hundreds of links. So that is a relevant link, but it's not powerful because that link is diluted. Here's HubSpot. So they got a link from a blog on HubSpot. Which is okay, pretty good. Looks like a regular blog post, and they got a link. So HubSpot is probably, they're paying that. For that, they're paying BBB. Let's take a look at the actual page where that link is coming from. And I'm not going to go through all these links, but I just want to show you. Here's the same thing. That BBB is a page authority of 46, so that's the strength of the page. But there's a lot of attorneys on this page sharing that nutrition, so it's pretty diluted. Let's see if I can find a really strong link. These are all the same thing. BBB, DMOs, that's a good link, but that's pretty diluted. There's tons of other attorneys on that page sharing that juice. Here's their lawyers. This is just another directory. Directories are good because they're relevant, but they're not that strong. Now, as we're getting further down, these spam scores are climbing up. See, when it turns orange, that means Google doesn't like it that much. There's a 6. So here's lawfirmlawyer.com. It's a little slow to load. While this is loading, you might be thinking, when's this guy going to stop doing this? But the idea is, you build a better backlinking profile than this, which is not that hard. And this page doesn't even open. So that's the best of their links, which I just showed you were not that great. How do you beat them? So like I shared in the education segment, relevant, authoritative, diverse, with the right anchor text. And it's pretty easy to get more than 36 root domains for more power. And that's how you do it. It's not that hard. So again, I know that's a bold statement. So continue watching the video and you'll see some of our results. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to the results, the proof segment. Enjoy. So here's the proof segment. And the point of the proof segment is to show you that the strategies that you just learned do actually work in this competitive market. So I'm just going to run through all these quickly. We'll see the term like this up here. And then I'll click on our client in the SERPs and flip down to the bottom and so you can see our logo in the subfooter. I chose a handful of these. There's only about 15 or so up here. We do have plenty more, but these are significant, and I'll explain the significance and why I chose them when I go through them. And also, keep in mind, we have an amazing offer. So fill out the form on this page to take advantage of our free website audit video. You get a video in about 24 hours. It's a custom video analysis of your website shot by me and sent to you for you to watch at your leisure. There's no strings, there's no obligation, it's just free. And it's really, there's no better way to really see what's going on with your internet marketing. So take advantage of that. All right, let's jump in. So first, I just wanted to show you a sample ranking report from one of our clients. This is our New York City client. We built this website from scratch, and he's ranked. These are all number one rankings here. Let's see, he's got like 42, 41 number one rankings. These are all page one rankings, all car accident related, all over New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, Queens. And there's 239 page one rankings. So this is a monster site. Here, Austin personal injury lawyer. I chose that because a lot of people want to rank for that in addition to their car accident page. So here's Paul Colley, that's our client. We built this site from scratch. There's a logo at the bottom. Brooklyn car accident lawyer, super competitive. Here's our client right here in the number one spot. There's 3 million people in Brooklyn, so that is a very powerful phrase to be number one for. Here's Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. I added that because here's an example of him taking up 2 spots. That's number 2 and number 3. His truck accident page and his car accident page are both taking up those spots for Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. Miami car accident lawyer. This is one of the most competitive phrases in the industry. Here's our client here, Boris Levent. Here's a website we built for him, brand new from scratch. Now this is significant because he's a very young guy. He's a solo practitioner. Here's his pop-up. It's a cool site. And he's outranking all of those huge firms in Miami who are spending an enormous amount of money trying to rank for that phrase, and we got him up there very quickly. Here's our logo at the bottom. Salt Lake City car accident attorney, Craig Swap. Here his website is at the number 3 spot. Here's our logo. Now I also chose Boise. Now this is significant because it's the same firm, Craig Swap. And I know you've probably heard that, you can't rank for multiple locations. That's totally untrue. In fact, these are different states, and we rank the same website in Salt Lake City, Boise, and Spokane, Washington. Here he is again, number 2, car accident lawyer. Okay. Now, here's Orange County. We even left out the word county, and we still ranked him in the number 2 spot. This is DKB. They're a brand new firm in California, and we were their first SEO company. We built the site from scratch. Here's our link. They're great people. Here, I'll show you their homepage quickly. Nice looking site, good photos, great content, icons. Here's an example of how to rank for a long tail phrase. So Orange County drunk driving accident lawyer. Anytime you put drunk driving in any kind of phrase, it becomes extremely competitive, as you can imagine. And we ranked him for number 2 and 3. So his car accident page ranks because it's relevant for car accident, even though the word car is not in the phrase. And we ranked his DUI accident. So he's taken up 2 spots. Very interesting. And here's just San Francisco car accident lawyer. Here's Jesse Crisp. His internal page ranks for that phrase, I think in the top 4. And here's Lake County car accident lawyer as an example of ranking for a longer tail phrase. And for that, we pushed his homepage up into the number 1 spot. So there's Jesse. So there's just a little bit of proof. Feel free to reach out if you have a question, call me or send an email. Definitely take advantage of that free website audit video, and I'm looking forward to talking to you. Okay, all the best. Take care.